Welcome back, and joining us in studio, Senator Brian Schatz. Senator, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Gina. Thanks for covering this.
Yes, you spent many recent days in Lahaina in West Maui. What have you seen and heard?
Well, the first impression you get from Lahaina town is just that it's been flattened. You can see in the pictures and the video exactly what happened, but when you get down there, it really smells. You can smell the toxicity. You can smell the smoldering remains, melted engine blocks, all kinds of nasty stuff down there. And so it gives you a sense for the scope of the devastation.
Now, federal money is essential in this. It is our lifeline to recovery. You in the delegation are at the leading edge of that. What are some of the most immediate, large-scale relief, things that are on the ground now making a difference in people's lives?
Well, people are already eligible for individual assistance, and we've put up a resource on our website, so it's all in one place, so you know what you're eligible for if you're a victim. You can get cash assistance, you can have zero-interest loans, and you can have a multitude of other services and programs, but it's confusing for folks, so we put it all in one place, and we also understand a lot of people don't have internet right now, and so if you can please spread the word and tell people.
There's been some misunderstandings, even misinformation, social media, about what the programs will or won't do. Are there any things you want to clear up there as to anybody who's reluctant to rush into all these benefits entitled to them?
Well, the first thing to know is that, you don't have to worry about duplication of benefits. You should go and get whatever help you can get. Just get whatever help you can get. And it's for the government and nonprofits to sort out the rest of it. But nobody's trying to, in the government, get over on you and scam you. There are scams out there. So if someone robocalls you or sends you an email and it looks kind of sketchy, it probably is. So people need to be very wary of that. FEMA and HIEMA have some resources on that to make sure people don't fall for any misinformation. One other point I'd like to make is that we heard feedback from a lot of victims that they were being asked to provide ID in order to enroll in programs. And that's an understandable thing for a government to ask for under normal circumstances. We've now communicated directly to the administrator that they have to change the presumption. You have to assume people do not have identification because it was burned. And so there is an alternative means of determining someone's identity and getting them eligible. So we think we fixed that.
In addition to the assistance for private citizens, we have some major infrastructure that was lost. A whole harbor will have to be rebuilt, telecommunications, power, you name it. How do you do that heavy lift? Well,
once the president signed the major disaster declaration, that unlocks the FEMA funding. And so that's already in process, getting telecommunications back up, getting electric utilities back up, fixing the roads, and eventually fixing the harbor, and including debris removal for Lahaina town. All of that is a terribly expensive enterprise, and we hope to have the federal government pay as much as possible of that, because we know Maui County is small and it can't afford hundreds of millions of dollars in restoration expenses.
How can you help make sure that we build back better, that this money doesn't just go into the kind of poles that are going to fall again, or the kind of power lines that are going to possibly fail again? People talk about undergrounding. They talk about all these other modern things we could be doing.
Well, I think the first thing is that we're still in a disaster response. We still have not determined the total fatality number. There are people still not in housing. There are people still without electricity and telecommunications. And so that does come later. And I want to make sure that people don't feel like we're moving on to the next thing while we're still in this disaster response. But there's no doubt that as we work hard to restore Lahaina and West Maui, that we've got to build back in a more resilient way. The USDA, Department of Agriculture, the Forestry Division, has some programs to help people with fire mitigation. And we also think, for sure, to the extent that we're rebuilding power line infrastructure, it's got to be undergrounded in West Maui.
Yeah, that's pretty clear from that side. And what you and the delegation will be doing going forward, how can you make sure we get every dollar and every resource that we can for years to come?
Well, I think we can play a coordinating role between state, federal, and county. I think we need to keep this at the top of the agenda in Congress. And then more plainly, we need to chase an emergency supplemental appropriations bill to provide the resources to help Maui to restore itself.
All right, we'll be keeping an eye on that and more. Senator, thank you for the work that you're doing, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll send it back to you.